Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now.
I grew up in the great town of Altoona, Iowa, which is a suburb. It's not really a suburb. I guess it kind of is, of Des Moines, Iowa, which is in the center part of Iowa. It's where I-35 and I-80 kind of meet right there in the middle. And so I was kind of surprised to get this email from Matt Millard, who is from Altoona, Iowa, which is where I grew up. And he's also just started a blog on LockerGnome.com for free, where we're basically doing advertising splits with bloggers. LockerGnome.com/virtual photographer is where you can find Matt. And he just posted a new top 5 list on his LockerGnome blog, top 5 tips for completing a 365-day photo blog. And I can't think of a more perfect day to start this than on the first of the year.
Let's all do it.
Ponzi says, she's sitting over here just off camera. She says, let's all do it. Are you going to do it now? After you read the... All right. She says, are you going to do a photo blog? Ponzi's going to do a photo blog.
Just one picture a day, though.
Right, just one picture a day. But you know, you have to stick to it. Now, this is your... But I'm saying it's now on video, so it's been recorded. And so it was written. It's
one picture.
One picture a day, that's right. He says, I'm headed to the finish line. I've only got 2 more posts to complete my 365-day photo blog. Here are some tips that have helped me get through this experiment. Number 1, make sure you have a measurable goal and track it. I personally use joesgoals.com to track my posting goals. It's a simple web-based goal tracker. I really like that I can set it up to send me an email reminder if I haven't updated my goal in the past 2 days. It's also nice that you can post in your goal graph on a web page. I use iGoogle and have a widget on there to remind me as well. The more reminders for your goal, the better. Joe's Goals is also nice in that it tracks your chain of consecutive days. Number 2, use some sort of software that will let you post in the future for timed releases of your photos. This is the best feature of WordPress ever. I tend to try to batch up my posting to save time. This also works great for backposting missing days. If you're not super hung up on really posting every day and faking it, this works too. I would think it'd be more genuine if you did it every day, but you know, some days can't do it. Number 3, reward yourself. Come up with something that if you complete your 365 posts, you will give yourself. In my case, I'm planning on producing a book. That'll be in another post. I'm looking at using Blurb to do the publishing, blurb.com. It doesn't matter what your reward is. Some ideas are a new lens for your camera, a new flash, or really anything for enhancing your photography. Number 4, get a solid workflow. I personally use UFRAW at ufraw.sf.net for raw conversion, and raw would be a format that some digital cameras shoot in that don't have any kind of artifacting, any kind of compression on them. Most professional photographers shoot in raw instead of JPEG, and sometimes both at the same time. And he also uses GIMP, gimp.org, for image manipulation. I do have Photoshop, but I find that using GIMP 95% of the time is fine. Doesn't matter what you use, just find something that works for you. Number 5, join Flickr or some other social photography site to get feedback on your photography. This will help motivate you in keeping up on your shooting schedule. Look for a local group that you may be able to go out on photo walking expeditions with. Well, there are top 5 tips for keeping you moving on your photo blog in 2008. Good luck to you. Matt in Altoona, Iowa. Well, Matt, it was good to hear from you, and it's nice to see that you've started a LockerGnome blog. Photography has become a lot more accessible, and I'm very happy that a lot more people have access to cameras. I remember as a kid, and you can ask my parents this, Ponzi, I wanted a camera for Christmas. And I started on that Fisher-Price camera. It's not a real camera. It's just you press a button, you can see an animal in the thing. And then my first camera ever was a Polaroid, like one of those Insta-Shoot things. I still may have some of those photos from that original camera, that first day that I had it. I was a kid. Anyway, so yeah, I've kind of always been in like with photography, and hopefully, you know, maybe this year. I don't know if I'll do a 365-day photo blog. Ponzi's going to do it, so maybe I'll have to join her. I'll take a picture of art. Maybe I'll try to take a picture of something every day, the same thing every day. That would be more interesting to me, I think. I don't know. Anyway, what do you think? Are you guys going to start a photo blog? You're going to start a regular blog with content at LockerGnome.com, LockerGnome. Like I said, we do ad splits with our bloggers, so Matt may already be making money. Anyway, my email address is chris@pirillo.com. If you've got top 5 tips about anything, maybe it's top 5 tips about blogging, photos, photography, digital photography, product suggestions, tips about anything, whether it's related to technology or not. Now, if you want to join us in our chat room, we're typically talking tech, sometimes games, sometimes software, sometimes hardware, sometimes internet. We're talking about just about anything. Anything goes. It's a chat room, right? So the only thing you need to do is just stop by. If you hadn't figured it out by now, the people over here, can you see them? Those are real people. They're typing right now. In fact, if I say, type in what kind of digital camera you have right now, people will just automatically start entering in what kind of digital camera they currently own. I got to give them oh, there's a Samsung. I thought I'd have to give them a couple of minutes to type it in, but apparently not. Some people, a Polaroid? Polaroid makes digital cameras? Well, you learn something new every day. Yeah, a cheap one. There you go. Anyway, I'm interested in what you guys think, and certainly you're welcome to stop by the chat room, because even if I'm not here, these people certainly are. And we're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at live.pirillo.com. Well, see you later.